Hello students, let's start with the next topic, that is about the traveling salesperson problem, also known as TSP. So as the name says, it is about finding a cost that would be there for a traveling salesperson. That means if we take the vertices of a graph as the location a particular traveling salesperson have to visit. Yes. So the TSP problem says that we want to find out a minimum cost for the tour. And so we need to find out minimum cost of the tour. And what is a tour for us? Tour, it is a graph G as it is shown here, which is a directed as well as a directed graph which have a simple cycle that include every vertex in V. That means that a salesperson start from the source vertex, let's say in this case 1, it traverses through all the vertices, maybe from 1 to 2, then 3, and then 4, and back to 1. So that means a tour is starting from a particular vertex, covering all the other vertices and returning back to the source vertex. And what we need to find out in TSP is what is the minimum cost of that tour. So that tour can be 1, 2, 3, 4, or it can be in this case 1, 2, 4, 3. It can be 1, 3, 4, 2 and returning back to 1. Yes. So what is the minimum cost that will be there for the traveling sales person? Now for that, we need to find out the total cost of the tour. And the total cost of the tour is actually the sum of the cost of the edges that are involved in the tour. And for that, we will have Cij, where C is the cost matrix that is given to us. So Cij is greater than 0 if there is a edge from I to j. And Cij will be equal to 0 if there is no edge ij is there. Yes. Now, before we start into how to solve for this, let's just talk about what are the applications that are there for traveling salesperson. So one of the application is about the airport tours. That means to generate the tour which will cost the least, or the power cables, the path that should be followed for minimum energy loss, or computer wiring, as well as the automatic soldering arm that is used in manufacturing. The soldering arm, the example is of a robot that will be moving the arm, the soldering arm, from its base location to the different points where the soldering is required and coming back to its base location again. Yes, so it has to go in the minimum cost. So everywhere where a robot is involved and it is doing a task, Yes, now these are used in warehousing also. So it should start from a place and do its job with minimum cost. So in the cost here is the minimum energy that is involved in going from one place to another, as well as the minimum time involved. Yes, and coming back to its resting position again. So there are many more examples of this. It can be used in routing. It can be used in job scheduling. Yes, so wherever we want that something starts from its particular position and it covers all the other points or the involved points and come back to its own position back again, there we have applications of traveling salesperson. So every time when we are considering a traveling salesperson problem, we will consider a n plus 1 vertex graph. That means we have n plus 1 vertices because we start from the same vertex and ends at the same vertex. So every tour has an edge which we denote it as 1k, assuming that 1 is our source node. Then for some, so this k is any other vertex that belongs to v minus 1. So that means k is the vertex that belongs to the set which have v is the set of vertices minus 1. So that means except the source node, all the other vertices, and so every tour has an edge 1k and a path from vertex k to 1. Yes, so in that case, if we are saying that from 1, yes, we are moving further, so there will be a path from 1 to 2 and 2 to 1. So this goes through each vertex. So when we say that there is a path from 1 to 2 and 2 to 1, so it doesn't mean that this always needs to be there. Yes, so 1 to 2 is there, need not to be a bidirectional one. It can still reach from 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and back to 1. So it can move through all the other vertices. Yes, so that is what it means when we say that the tour involves an edge 1 to k. K can be any other vertex. So let's say in our case 1 to 2, and there has to be a path, not the edge. We are talking about path from k to 1. So that means from 2 to 1 there should be a path. So that why that is required? Because from 2 to any other vertices, it should be able to reach the source vertex back again. Yes, I hope that is clear. So a particular tour is said to be optimal. So traveling salesperson problem, we are actually solving for the optimal case. So this particular problem is going to give you an optimal solution when we are saying that this tour is optimal. If we are considering, in that case, what we means is path from k to 1, k to 1 must be the shortest k to 1 path going through all the vertices that are there from this set. Yes. So what does it mean? That the tour is optimal if we are choosing some k path. Yes. Sorry, the k vertex, and that k vertex have an optimal path to 1, taking into account all the other remaining vertices. So if you remove, let's say, in our case, we are taking k equal to 2. So the path from 2 to 1 is optimal when we are taking through all the vertices that are remaining from the vertices set minus the first and the kth vertex. So if you minus 1 and 2, what you will get here is the vertex 3, 4. Fine. So that means we are going to consider the remaining vertices. So that follows the principle of optimality. Yes. So let's now move on to the how the principle of optimality with dynamic programming gives you step-by-step approach to solve the path. So according to the principle of optimality, we have GIS, which means length of the shortest path starting at vertex I, going through all the vertices in set S and terminating at vertex I again. Yes. So our tour length is given by GIS. So what we can say, if we are stating that we are going to start from the vertex I1, so in our case I is 1, and the set of vertices that it should go through is V minus 1, the remaining vertices. Yes, so we need to find out the cost of this, and this is actually the length of optimal 2. And what we have already stated is that this follows the principle of optimality. So in terms of that, this is going to be equal to minimum of C1k plus G of k B minus 1k, where your k goes from 2 to n. So if we are starting from a particular source vertex, yes, so the k value will be from the second to the nth vertex. So whichever is the minimum one. So let's say we are starting with the k value equal to 2. So when k value equal to 2, that means we are going to take up a path from 1 to 2 and the intermediate one and then to 1. If k value is equal to 3, we are going to take this path and return to 1. If k value is equal to 4, 1 to 4 and return back to 1. So in that case, the intermediate one is that you start from the kth vertex and you have to traverse to the other vertices, leaving 1 and k. Yes, that means the other remaining 2 vertices in this case. So the journal formula for this would be GIS is equal to minimum of Cij. So any jth vertex we are taking from the source vertex I plus G of j comma V minus both ij. Now we need to exclude from there. Yes. Yes, and the minimum value for this is j belonging to S. And we can say that this is actually equal to S minus J. Yes, so let's solve this for the given graph. And as we solve this, if we are at the last node, then Gi and an empty set is equal to Ci1. That means we don't have any other vertices left, and from I we are going towards the source vertex. Yes, where I is less than equal to n and is greater than or equal to 1. Yes, so for this case, let's start with what will be the value of G2 and an empty set. That means we are going from 2 to 1 if 1 is our source vertex. So 2 to 1 is actually equal to 5 in our graph. Yes, then coming to G3, so this is equal to C3 1, which is equal to 6. G4 with an empty set is actually equal to C4 1, which is equal to 8. I hope this is clear. Now, let's see what is our G1, 2, 3, 4 equal to. Yes, so this is what we need to compute, that we start from the source vertex and traverse through second, third and fourth vertex and return back to the vertex 1. So this is given as minimum of, yes, so we are going to include all the three. Yes, minimum of Cij plus G of J S minus J. So we are going to use this formula to calculate this, and this will be equal to C1, 2. So if we are taking from 2, then G of 2, and what is left with us is now 3 and 4. If we are taking the third vertex, then we are starting from 3 and we are left with 2 and 4. If we are starting with the fourth vertex, then we are left with 2 and 3. Yes. So once we have the value of these G, then we will be able to calculate what is the minimum value. So let's start with what is G2, 3, 4. So this is equal to, now again applying the same formula, minimum of all the vertices that are given to us. So we will have here C2, 3 plus G of 3, 4. Yes, because what we are saying, we are starting from 2, moving on to the vertex 3, and we have to only go through 4. So how this have come is, we have started from 1, then we have taken 2, and from 2 we have the path 3 and 4. Yes, so we are saying from 2 to 3 if we take, then we have to go through 4 and then go back. Otherwise, we can take from 2 to 4 and then traverse through 3 and return back. So that is written as this. I hope this is clear. Yes, similarly we need to write for G3 to 4, and this will be equal to minimum of C 3 2 plus G 2 4 C34 plus G of 4 and 2 as remaining. Fine. And this is equal, next one is G of 4, 2, 3, which is equal to minimum of C3, C4, 2 plus G of 2, 3, C of 4, 3 plus G of 3, 2. Now to calculate all these values so that we can calculate this, we need to find out these 6 individual values. So these values will be equal to, now G34, let's start from the first one. So G34 will be equal to what? So in this case, what we will get here is, there is no minimum required here because there is only one intermediate vertex that is left. Yes. So in this case, what you will get here is C34 plus G of 4 and an empty set. Yes. And this is equal to C34 is 12 plus G4 empty set is 8. So this is equal to 20. Now the next one that we need to calculate here is G4, 3, and this is equal to C4, 3 plus G of 3 and empty set. Yes, and this is equal to C4, 3 is 9 plus 3 empty set is 6, and this is equal to 15. Yes, next is G24, and this is equal to C24 plus G of 4 and the 5 value, that is equal to C24 is 10 and this value is 8, so this becomes 18. So let's quickly calculate the other 3 values also. So we have calculated for all the values of the set G where we have only a single vertex. Now what we will do is we will put back these values into the previous terms. So let's start from here. So this will be equal to minimum of C23 is 9 plus G34, this value is 20. So we get here 29 and C24 is 10 and G43 is 15. So we get here 25. So the minimum of 29 and 25 is 25 here. Similarly, C32 is 13 plus G24 that we have calculated is 18. So this will be equal to minimum of 31, and C34 is 12 and G42 is 13. So we'll get here 25, and the minimum of 31 and 25 is 25. Now the next one is C42, which is 8 plus G23 is 15 and C43 is 9, G32 is 18. So this is minimum of 23 and 27, which is equal to 23. Yes, so we have selected the first one in this case, that is, so in this case we have selected the first one, which has given us the answer 23, in this case 25, and in this case also 25. Now once we have these values, we'll put back into the formula here. So C12 is 10 and this value G234 is 25, C13 is 15 and this is also 25, C14 is 20 and the last value here was 23. So the values that we get here is 10 plus 25 is 35, 15 plus 25 40 and 20 plus 23 is 43. So out of this the minimum value is 35 that has come from here. Fine. So the minimum value that we have gotten here is 35. So the tour that is taken is from 1 to 2 and from 2 to 4, and then from there we have, when we have taken C to 4, G4 3. So from here we have taken this one 4 to 3. Yes, and back to here. So this 1 to 2 was 10 and 2 to 4 was also 10. 4 to 3 was 8 and 3 to 1 was 6. So 10 plus 10, 20, and then, sorry, this 4 to 3 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So total 35 cost length that we have gotten for this path. Now this algorithm have its running complexity, time complexity, that is dependent on how many G's values that we are going to calculate. And this computation depends on the complete permutations of all the different numbers that we have from k to n minus 2, because this minimum one is going from n minus 2 to k. So that many values that we have to calculate. So the time complexity here depends on how many GIS we are going to compute, and this is given by a summation sign that goes from 0 to n minus 2 for n minus 1 and the permutation of k to n minus 2, which is approximately equal to n minus 1 into 2 raised to power n minus 2. So our time complexity in this case is proportional to n into 2 raised to power n, which is quite high for smaller values of n also. And same is the of complexity for the space requirement. So the space complexity also is dependent on GIS, because that many values of G we need to save at any given point of time to find out what is the minimum value. That's all for this session, students.